The late General Francis Omondi Ogolla will be remembered as the shortest-serving Chief of Defence Forces in the country so far, having taken over the leadership of the military on the 29th of April 2023. President William Ruto's decision to appoint General Ogolla as Chief of Defence Forces came as a shocker to many following events that transpired at the Bomas of Kenya, where former IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati accused senior government officials, including General Ogolla, who served as Vice Chief of Defence Forces then, of trying to subvert the will of the people. President Ruto, however, defended his choice, describing General Ogolla as the man fit for the job due to his past credentials in the Kenya Air Force, where he served for 40 years, rising from a second lieutenant to the commander and later as Chief of Defence Forces.
The late General Francis Omondi Ogolla's appointment on April 28th last year by President William Ruto came as somewhat of a surprise, despite the fact that General Ogolla was at the time serving as the Vice Chief of Defence Forces and coming from Kenya Air Force, which according to Daudi Tonje rules was to succeed retired General Robert Kibochi. There were doubts among observers about whether he would be picked. This followed the events at Bomas of Kenya hours before the former IEBC Chairman Wafula Chebukati declared the presidential results. Chebukati accused members of the National Security Advisory Committee, including General Ogolla, of visiting him and asking that he ensures a runoff. A claim that was dismissed by the then head of public service, Joseph Kinyua.
Dignity of the people of Kenya.
A day after his appointment, General Ogolla was sworn into office at State House, Nairobi, where President Ruto heaped praises on him and his illustrious career in the military.
I assessed your background, where you've come from, what you have done, your journey in the military, and I am satisfied that you merit the office. You have my confidence. You have the confidence of the government of Kenya to discharge your responsibilities in your new office.
And just like that, the Tonje rules ushered in General Ogolla's era as the head of the military. General Ogolla succeeded retired General Robert Kibochi, who came from the Kenya Army. Kibochi succeeded retired General Samson Mwathethe, who came from Kenya Navy.
Congratulations, my very best wishes.
The late General Ogolla commenced his military journey on April 24th, 1984, when he joined the Kenya Air Force and was formally commissioned as a second lieutenant on May 6, 1985. He underwent rigorous training as a fighter and instructor pilot under the auspices of the United States Air Force. General Ogolla honored his skills in imagery intelligence, counterterrorism, and accident investigation, which earned him promotions, including serving as Deputy Commander of the Kenya Air Force, Base Commander of Laikipia Air Base, Commanding Officer of Tactical Fighter Wing, and Chief Flying Instructor at the Kenya Air Force Flying Training School. His leadership prowess led to his appointment as the Commander of the Kenya Air Force on July 15, 2018, a role in which he served for 3 years, before being appointed as the Vice Chief of the Defence Forces in July 2021. Slightly more than a year later, he was promoted to the rank of Lieutenant General and appointed the Chief of Defence Forces. His illustrious career was also informed by his academic qualifications. General Ogolla earned a diploma in international studies and military science from Egerton University. He also had a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Armed Conflict and Peace Studies, and also attained a Masters of Arts degree in International Studies from the University of Nairobi. On expanding his knowledge and expertise in military affairs, General Ogolla attended the École Militaire de Paris and the National Defense College of Kenya. Outside his professional endeavors, General Ogolla enjoyed playing golf and indulging in literary pursuits through reading. General Ogolla leaves behind a widow, 2 children and a grandson.